Why would I want 156 channels anyway? And how did they get hold of my address? You know, I used to quite look forward to the postman. The cheery clunk of the letterbox. And now it's more like an open wound infested with parasites.
What is it, Hester? Not still this dinner party?
Oh, don't remind me.
You know, you'd think we'd be in our honeymoon period.
All the more reason to stay at home. And there's Bob, too. I can't put that off any longer.
Yes, I know, it's awful. Don't forget lunchtime.
Sorry?
You're presenting a cheque to the Women's Circle?
Oh, some day off.
Yes, and you would ring the Leatherbridge Chronicle, so look your best.
You're worse than the postman. Do you know that? Julia, hi. Just wanted to check everything's all right for lunchtime. Good. Well, I had a word with Mrs. Branscombe and everything's fine her end, so to speak. Good. So I can leave everything in your capable hands. No, sorry. What? When? Why wasn't I told? Of course it makes a difference if you're not going to be there unless you think the whole thing's going to happen by magic. No. I've got a lot on this morning. I made that abundantly clear. None of it very pleasant, as it happens. Well, I mean, do you think they won't mind? Yes, that would be good. Why did they change that meeting of yours anyway? Yeah, I mean, this is the trouble with the world today, isn't it? People meddling, sticking their oar in. Why can't they just leave well alone? Yeah, okay, bye-bye. So, what's all this? Spring cleaning?
No, thought I'd better make room for the wheelchair. Oh. Sorry. I'm not really whinging.
Isn't that a bit premature?
No, I decided. A&E first thing in the morning.
Well, present with it by all means, but there's no point assuming the worst.
How long was I a surgeon? 26 years? I should know. Necrosis when I see it. And smell it. Now, do you detect the whiff of gangrene? It's like the Battle of the Somme in there. I got toes like 5 burnt chips.
Let me have a look.
No. I've been poked about enough, and that last angioplasty was just that. The last. Complete waste of time.
Well, preferable to amputation, surely. Look, why don't I run you up to St. Phil's now, see if Giles can do anything. Or Mukherjee, they say he's tremendous.
Drop a scotch, perhaps?
Make him another appointment. Oh, and if Mrs. Cropley calls, tell her I've emigrated.
There's a message from Julia. She's left some petty cash.
For what?
She said to get a few flowers, sandwiches and things. For Heston's presentation.
Exactly, Heston's.
That's Sunita, last wife.
Don't think I knew her.
Huh. Neither did I. And there's one or two, Margaret and the boys.
And, do they know about this?
Arteriosclerosis isn't something you boast about, dear boy. It's more an admission of defeat. Or an attrition of the feet.
Well, surely they'd want to help if they could.
I've lived far too well to expect sympathy now.
Yes, but Gavin, at least.
I'll be fine. I'm sure someone very charming will come along every now and again to scrub behind my ears and wheel me down the pub.
I'll put in a special request.
A true friend.
Yeah, well, I wish I'd been a bit more on hand these last few years.
No reason why you should.
You helped me a lot, Bob. You carried me the first year or two.
Well, yes. I was rather good in those days. Till the old scalpel took on a life of its own. Do you miss it, Neston?
Surgery?
Oh.
Not really.
Oh, I miss the women. They dressed like nurses in those days, not motor mechanics. Do you know, I think that was the best part of the job.
That and saving lives, to be fair.
Oh, come on, have a drink. I got some cigars in there.
No, I can't. I've got a charity thing this lunchtime.
Huh? What for?
Mobility scooters. What are these? Films?
Home movies, mostly. Maggie had them transferred from the old Super 8.
You're not slinging them out, surely?
Well, video's been in the repair shop for months and I'll never get there now.
Well, why don't I pick it up? I'll be glad to.
Oh, thanks. Any chance of another bottle, then, while you're at it?
Paid for it. You used to read it. Get the rest of mine. It wasn't your money. I bought it in bid. Yeah, tried and true so far.
Good morning. I've come to collect this.
Dad, we still got it?
Why is that? Had a big clear out recently.
Funny enough, we don't get much call for VHS these days. Or Betamax, or long-playing records. Right. Tape head's gone. Nothing I could do.
Well, can't you get a new one?
Yeah. If I transport myself back to 1983. Have you got a TARDIS handy?
Well, what do you suggest?
You'll have to be a DVD VHS combi, I'd say. Unless you want a smart box, of course. We only take cash.
Excuse me, I think you dropped something. Yes, you. Are you listening to me? Fine. Misunderstanding. It's fine. Okay, all sorted. Okay, thank you. It's really good.
Thanks very much. I don't suppose you've seen any vases, have you?
Sorry. Mr. Abel.
No, it's my gift.
Heston.
Oh, Karen, hi. Is everything in hand?
No, not really.
Well, we were planning on a little buffet and maybe some wine.
That's the spirit.
Oh, well, you better come over and do it then. Julia's not here.
Well, I'm sure Lily won't mind. It's all in a good cause.
She minds.
Well, I'll be back in a little while.
How shortly?
Well, righto. Thanks. No, let me do that.
It should just plug in at the back there. Ah! Well, it's on.
Well, how's that?
No picture. Look, let me have a look.
No, you stay there.
Oh!
Ooh.
Small screens.
What do I do with all these plugs?
Sorry?
Well, I've got 6 leads and only 3 sockets.
Jack, Scar, RF or phono.
What?
Big ones or little ones?
Well, both.
Or what colour?
Oh, hang on.
I'm beginning to think this was a bad idea.
Well, I've got a red one and
Yo!
Hello?
Careful, man!
Hello?
Just because it's embarrassing doesn't mean that it's an emergency. And you did see Dr. Hassan this morning.
Should take about 2 weeks.
Not there, in the staff room. Daniel, could you... Thank you. I won't keep you long. What? Why people so stupid? Not you, Mrs. Cropley. Hang on. Dr. Hassan, Mrs. Cropley. Well, then I'm going to need a hand with that buffet, if you've got a minute.
All right, I'll call him.
Mrs. Cropley, have you thought about a hat?
Now, what were you saying?
All these need looking at. See that dust?
How long?
Week.
1 hour.
Yeah, right.
£30.
50 cash. You want to slow down a bit, mate?
1 hour. Right. I want all this lot arrested.
Sorry?
Have a look at my car. I had an altercation with them earlier when I objected to them littering.
And it was definitely them?
Of course.
So, what, they threatened you?
Absolutely. I mean, not in verbal terms.
But you saw them doing this?
Well, no.
Well, did anyone?
Well, I'm not sure.
Well, how do you know it was them?
Look at them. It's written all over their nasty little faces.
All right, no need to get personal, sir.
Personal? What do you call this, then?
I'll question them. Excuse me. Yep. Roger that, G4. What's the problem?
Did you see that? Those yobs vandalising my car.
No.
Policeman says I need a witness. Come on, you must have seen them.
There you go. 50 quid.
Sorry?
It's all yours.
Well, at least you could give me a hand. Just ignore them.
I've got my back, you know.
Yeah, I can have a look at that.
Really?
Yeah, 300 quid. Okay. Right. Right, okay. Just lift it gently. And mind the plug! Whoa! Where are you going? Come back here! I want my money back, of course.
We don't do refunds.
Well, you broke it.
I had left the premises.
What?
And now you can do the same.
Sorry.
You heard. Get out.
It's Mr. Small, isn't it?
Cheers,
You are, without doubt, the most incompetent, swindling, mealy-mouthed moron I have ever had the misfortune to encounter. You have the manners of a gibbon, the morals of a tapeworm, and the intelligence of a paving stone.
Is that right?
And I demand every penny you owe me in full this minute. Not only have you wasted my entire morning in this godforsaken pit of yours...
Yeah, small screens, Hindlow Road.
You have destroyed my friend's property too, and he shall be recompensed. Are you listening?
Yeah, there's a man down here threatening me.
Oh, I'm threatening you, all right, because if I don't get my money in the next 10 seconds, I will wring your slimy neck and throw you through that window.
Did you get that?
In fact, I am minded to do that anyway for the betterment of mankind.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Is that the police?
And how long will the car take?
Oh, you cur, you loathsome, two-faced, conniving little goblin. I could murder you, you cretin! Oh, give me strength.
I don't think I've ever seen you like this before, Heston.
I don't think I've ever been this angry before.
You see, that's the part I don't understand. If this man is such a worthless wretch,
The most pointless piece of pond life on the planet.
so why lower yourself? Ranting and raving like this
It was a matter of principle.
Oh, they're on their way.
just going to have to forget it.
Oh, and what's Bob supposed to do? Just sit there? With one foot in the grave? Literally? Yes, I'd like to inquire about televisions. What do you have in stock? I mean, nothing too elaborate. Yeah, it's Dr. Heston Carter. Why on earth do you need that? B87 3PS, number 5. Date of birth? I mean, what's that got to do with you, you box-ticking half-wit? Yeah, well, stick that in your database. Oh, for goodness sake.
Are you all right?
It's just all this nonsense.
Quite. So can we please get this presentation over and done with?
I mean, you do realise my wipers don't work anymore?
Yes, I'm afraid we've had a very busy morning.
Just for a change.
My dear Mrs. Branscombe, how lovely to see you, ladies, and I apologise most heartily for any delay.
Sorry, can I help you?
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, is it about my car?
No,
Oh, can't it wait?
I'm afraid not. I need to see you in private.
I'll be back in a moment.
Terribly sorry, ladies. Please, do you have some more nibbles and wine, of course?
It's Mr. Small. He's made a statement, which gives me no choice but to charge you under Section 5 of the Public Order Act, causing harassment, alarm, or distress.
I'm assuming this is a joke.
Now, you can either pay a fixed penalty fine of £80, or we can take this further.
What are you going to do, arrest me?
Not if you accept the fine.
You do realise that that crook fleeced me out of about 200 quid?
But that's a consumer matter, not a criminal one.
And the vermin who wrecked my car, I'm a criminal and they're not?
We have witnesses that say they saw you acting in a threatening manner.
What, that peevish little sneak thief?
And the postman. And the desk sergeant at the station.
Well, yes, but I
And
mean...
to be fair, Dr. Carter, you did seem a bit wound up to me too.
Well, wouldn't you be?
Can I have your full name, please, and date of birth?
Date of birth? Oh, forget it! You know what you can do with that ticket, don't you?
Dr. Carter.
Because if you think I'm going to be some easy target for your trumped-up crime figures, you have got another thing coming.
I'm warning you.
What's going on?
I would rather go to prison for the next 50 years.
I do apologise.
This is Britain, you know, not Stalin's Russia.
Heston! Go back to your room.
I am not a schoolboy. Or a whipping boy.
Could I have a word with you, please? How can you possibly single him out?
You know the score, Doc. A complaint's been made.
Just for alarm and distress. Heston.
Well, technically. Look, to be honest, this bloke's a complete pain. He calls us out every 5 minutes. It doesn't usually go this far, though, so something must have hurt his feelings.
Well, that I can believe.
Typical.
What now?
My solicitor. Apparently I haven't got a leg to stand on, like Bob. Well, be that as it may, I am going to fight this tooth and nail come hell or high water.
No, you're not.
I beg your pardon?
This has all gone far enough. You're going to pay this and forget about it.
Oh, yes, I should cocoa. Well, why, for goodness sake?
You have a heart condition, am I right?
I am perfectly fine.
Well, I'm not. I'm seriously worried about your health. So do as I ask. Please.
I'm really not sure there was any need.
Don't be ridiculous. It was a warning. How long's this consultant going to be?
Maybe you're the one who should calm down. You know what I hate most about all this?
The robe.
Having always to be the one who backs down. Of course, Bob would have given the young lad a clout. That's the beauty of the man, fearless. Doesn't give a fig for the consequences.
Yes, and look at him now.
And it's always the good ones who get punished.
So he's not responsible for smoking and drinking himself into this state.
And he was never the same after the divorce.
Which one?
The first one, when he lost the kids and she did the dirty on him.
Well, what's your excuse?
For what?
Being here.
No, it might look like that in the photographs, but that's just Dr. Carter's way. His car had been vandalised, so he's a little bit upset. He can be quite
Demonstrative.
at times. Not really a story, I'm afraid.
You know, now we're together, I thought you'd be happy.
Well, of course I'm happy.
Doesn't look like it.
Well, it's just frustrating.
Because you're not a surgeon anymore.
Yeah, I mean, all this stuff with Bob just brought it back. I mean, we used to be so
Omnipotent?
respected. That's all. Oh, come on. You know what it's like being a GP. You're either being pushed around by the patients or patronised by the PCT. And if you bite back, your career's in the dustbin.
Hester.
I mean, just like today. It's either the letter of the law or no law at all. Downright thuggery or petty-minded twerps. And then you take a brilliant, brave man like Bob and he's reduced to what?
And I agree with you, of course I do, but surely there are better ways of dealing with it than this middle-aged rage. It's stupid.
Well, that's a bit harsh.
All right then, this knee-jerk, misdirected, self-defeating anger, especially given your condition. And now that we are together, I'd really like it if you stuck around for a while. If that's not too much to ask.
I thought we were going to forget all this. Bob, old man, I can't apologise enough. I've sorted out a replacement, and it should be with you tomorrow.
But I won't be here for at least, what, a fortnight?
Are you absolutely sure?
Well, I've cancelled the tap dancing classes.
I've spoken to Raj Mukherjee.
I am.
He said he'd do everything in his power.
Thanks. But, you still do owe me that bottle, you know.
Of course. All the best.
Sorry, we're closed.
Oh, that's okay. I just need a refund.
We don't do that.
Oh, why's that? Because you're a swindling, incompetent moron who'd rather call the police. You'll need extension 376. You see, I do a fair bit of work down at the police station. It's amazing the little things you pick up.
PC Wilkes, please.
For instance, I understand you only deal in cash. You can account for the origin of all this merchandise.
Yeah, hi. I've got a lady here harassing me about the bloke from earlier.
Dear, dear. That's quite a fire hazard.
Hang on a sec. Now listen, come away from me.
Oh, you see, now, technically, that's an assault. Perhaps you should pass Gary over. You might have a number for the VAT people. I'm sure they'd have a field day in here.
How much?
Would you believe it? But I've changed my mind. I'll take that instead. Delivered here and installed right away.
That's 500 quid's worth.
Oh, it's all in a good cause. And you'll be dropping the charges, naturally.
I told you the ECG would be fine. I'll be around for a few years yet.
Just relax while I get you some supper. Oh, Bob said thanks for the TV. He's looking forward to putting his foot up in front of it.
Thank you, Lily. Good luck, Bob. I don't believe it.
I've taken on a living carer. Barbara, that's her carer. She's ever so good with her.
Can't be on your own, Ruth. You need to be around people, around your friends.
What friends? Shall I send your next patient?
No, I'm not ready. I'm not ready, okay?
Barbara had been sacked for administering morphine overdoses to patients.
I didn't know. I had no idea.
A confession of murder, but who's the victim? Next on BBC1 Scotland.